South African whites scared they're gonna get massacred, so they seeking a refugee status here in America. I'm like, you know what you could do in South Africa to keep yourself safe, white South Africans? Share that goddamn stolen wealth. Oh, this colonizer logic is exhausting, bro. This constant playing the victim, that way they project playing the victim onto their very real victims is just tiring. Can't tell me nothing about South Africa. That was the first place I ever rest my head to sleep on the African continent. It was Cape Town, the whitest place in South Africa in 2014. I went down there for the jazz festival. And let me tell you something. The wealth disparity is so extreme. It just flies in the face of the propaganda of the Rainbow Nation. And the black folks there have had enough of it. So they have policies there to spread that wealth back to black folks because it was stolen from black folks based on race. Now that white South Africans is in the ear of Trump, white South Africans like Elon Musk and the one that nobody talks about, Peter Thiel, born, raised, fed, and bred on Nazi propaganda, are doing things that only Nazis would do. And of course, they're simpatico because America and South Africa are both settler colonial nations, so the people who benefit from it have a similar mindset. But when I went to South Africa, I found a key psychological difference between the American white man and the South African white man. And that is that the South African white man could never really sink into the illusion that all of this was his. In America, the white man can drive from sea to shining sea, especially out here in the West, turn on some country music and fantasize that all of this is his own birthright. But in South Africa, the indigenous people are still 90% and they understand that they are outnumbered and they have to play the game differently. And this colonizer logic is exemplified, and a lot of people don't know about this in America, but the Truth and Reconciliation Commission in South Africa, where it was pulling tiger teeth from a live saber tooth to get these white folks to admit with words that racism had happened, that an injustice was done based on color, and that something needed to be done about it. And just reconciling it, saying it verbally, took so much energy that it took all the juice out of now dispersing the wealth. People saying that this is the last kick of the dying mule of white supremacy, but always remember, the last kick of the mule is always the hardest. A lot of people forget that during the Holocaust, most of the victims that were executed in Auschwitz got killed after the Germans knew that they were going to lose, so they turned up the temperature. And the same thing is going to happen here. When they know that they're on their way out, they're going to ride the hardest, and you got to be prepared for that. But it ain't nothing that we as a people can't handle. We know that. That's why we're not scared. But the thing that I want you to remember is that the universe is on your side. And what is it telling these people? That colonizers, it's time for you to find a new hustle. I said this on the Kim Iverson show, and I'm gonna say it now. It's time to find a new hustle. This extractive parasitic model is dead. It don't help the whole human race evolve, and it don't help you evolve. It's keeping you weak. It's keeping you afraid. It's keeping you in the worst possible version of yourself. You need to let it go so you can evolve. You got this white supremacist mindset, and you see that the whole universe is ripping this out of your hands, and if you don't want to let it go, you will suffer. And if you want to keep on playing with us, we're going to laugh as we watch you fuck around and find out. Holla back.